Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Bysa Miles. She's one of the stars of Kili Big, debuting on Chicken Soup for the Soul on August 18th. Thank you so much, Bysa, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
There's another reason why I'm so excited to talk to you, and this is so random, right? But you guys are climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, and do you know my family is from Tanzania?
Oh, really? Have you
Nobody's
ever
from
been there?
Yes, I have. I have been there. Now, I was born in Chicago, Illinois. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, Chicago.
I was I was the first child in my family to be born in the States, but my entire family, for the most part, has been born, and I'm including my older siblings in Tanzania.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
I said I gotta talk to her.
I know Chicago, and you're from Tanzania.
You're all these things. So
I know.
let's talk about you though. I mean, where are you from originally?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, on
You
the
from
south
Chicago,
side.
Illinois. You ever heard of a little town called Country Club Hills?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
that's my
My
that's my
my father actually lived there,
yeah,
and
that's
my
my whole
half
stomping
siblings
ground.
grew up there.
Get out of here. See, I'm
I don't
telling you.
know.
It's
You
getting
know the Matthews? We may know
yes,
some people.
probably. Were they on 188th and Pulaski?
Oh, I don't remember the address,
Not that far, right?
but
But so you're from Chicago. You come across this group, the Curvy Kili Crew. How do we even get here? I mean, how because this is just it's such an interesting task to take on, right?
right. Well, it wasn't the Curvy Kili Crew. It was just one woman, Krista, had
Mm-hmm.
posted that she climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and I was like, cool, because she was a plus size woman.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that often.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I'm getting this group together. Do you want to join the Facebook group? And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, yeah, sure. And then things started to unfold, and they posted. I said yes, and here we are.
I get it. And then, I mean, maybe inadvertently, but you yourself are an inspiration to many because you're a cancer survivor.
Yes, 6 years cancer free.
Oh, 6 years cancer free. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. It's amazing. So having been through something like that, did you really just know like I can do anything at this point?
No.
Okay. That's fair.
At the time, at the time I heard about it, it's only been 2 years out of treatment,
Okay.
and I was hesitant.
Hmm.
I I I couldn't think forward. It was really hard for me to plan
Hmm.
because I was still, in the stages of getting over some of the side effects from
Yeah.
chemo,
Hmm.
and then I'm on top of it, I'm gonna train. So no.
No.
But it really helped in my confidence.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And do you believe that seeing these women and their confidence and seeing that everyone coming together,
Hmm.
no one was concerned about image or anything like that, or being slim or anything like that?
Right,
Mm,
absolutely. Because like a lot of these women had been, so that was how I met Krista, just
yeah.
commenting on that she did something like that,
Hmm.
and then it got women who had been doing adventures like this for years, and they are fat activists.
Hmm.
That was just something that they promoted, and it was great and really inspired me to do some of the same things.
It's always interesting to me the kinds of liberties that people will take when the way that they feel they can just say anything to a fat person, and it's just so interesting. And you actually said something very interesting when you said that a lot of it is it's sort of it's presented as like concerned trolling. They pretend to care, but they're really just doing it to insult people. So it's like you know what it is.
Hmm.
And it's like if you really cared, like you first of all, you don't know how healthy anybody is. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, if I ran, I mean I have asthma. If I tried to run across the track right now, I would pass out. There's just certain things that I can't do, and you can't look at the package and make assumptions about people.
Right.
So I think that was really good that you specifically honed in on that and were able to call it out because that is exactly what it always is.
It is
Mm-hmm.
because you are exercising, you are
Mm-hmm.
moving your body, but you're still criticizing. So
Mm-hmm.
how are you really being positive if I am doing the thing that you say I should do, but you're saying I shouldn't do it because I'm fat?
Right. Where are we at with this? Exactly. It's ridiculously and contradictory. But why do you think though? Then why does fat phobia why is it just so rampantly unchecked though?
um. Oh, you know, I don't. It just became so acceptable.
Mm.
For so long, and I don't know why it's unchecked. And people are mad because we are still trying to do things and be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know where it's just something we grew up with. You always had that grandma who would say, "Don't eat that.
Yeah,
You're gonna
it's
be
true. It's true.
fat,"
It's true.
and just this image that we can't do it, but we proved that we can.
No, it's true. There's something that I often think about, and especially when people take liberties as far as to insult others, and again, that sort of cloak of concern that's just really like a faux kind of a feigned interest, is that a lot of people are just not happy. So when someone sees you happy and what they feel like if
Yeah.
they were you, maybe they would be like, oh my gosh, I'm so insecure. But that's not really what this particular group of women, that it was really about celebrating oneself, and just really being truly finding that kind of inner peace and letting each other know that,
Mhm.
yo, we can do this. So I find out that a lot of
Right.
people, when they see that you're happy, they want to bring that down and kind of like take you down a notch. So
Right.
I always think about that, and it informs how I guess take in negative feedback.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like what is so wrong with being okay with being fat?
And that's what I said. Like, I don't even understand that. No, I
you
don't get it. Yeah.
they think it's wrong for us to be okay.
But I think they're more so think it's wrong for you to be okay with being you. You understand what I'm saying? Like for anybody
Hmm.
to feel like it's wrong to be you, there's something that's going on with them internally that they're grappling with. That's why, like I said, I don't take those kinds of
Right.
things personally, because who really has the audacity to just talk to somebody like that, or to just tell someone what they should or shouldn't be doing with their lives? Especially
Right.
when you see
Right.
that they're happy and contented and living a very full life and achieving something that, I mean, it's hard to get the ticket to get to Tanzania, let
Oh my
alone wave at
gosh.
Mount Kilimanjaro. You know what I'm saying? So how long was that
Yeah.
flight? Talk to us
That's
about the
funny you
flight.
say that. It really
Mhm.
was a struggle.
I
uh,
know. You didn't have to
um,
tell me.
I can't remember how long it was, but I flew into Ethiopia. That's where I connected,
Interesting.
and that was the year that they had that crash, or the plane. Something happened with the
Hmm.
plane that year, and we were
Hmm.
on the mountain, so it came off like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had it direct from Chicago. It was
Mm.
long. I can't remember. It was
It's a long flight. No, when
it is.
I've gone, typically what I do is we fly into either London or Amsterdam, and then from
Hmm.
there take the direct. But yeah, it's just a long flight because you're on the other side. You can
Yeah.
get direct flights to West Africa sometimes,
Right. But
but
not,
East,
yeah.
nah, ain't gonna happen like that.
And I thought I would like connect somewhere. Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Nah,
Like
I ain't
visit other
gonna.
African countries. It was just too much. It was really a journey.
And did you feel pretty well received when you touched down and saw people and got to really, yeah,
Oh yeah, they were so welcoming, calling me their
good.
sister.
Hmm. And they mean it. They're sincere. Hmm.
It
Hmm.
was, and I still keep in contact with many of the guides.
Oh, that's great. No,
Yeah,
that's actually really wonderful.
it is.
One of my cousins is a guide, and I I'll be like, "Do you see your boys on there?"
Uh,
I'm so
you,
serious.
they
That's
seem to all know each other though. When you going up and down the mountain,
Yeah.
like,
I don't
uh,
even know how they're able to just do this just as constantly, right? Like this is incredible. It's an
I
incredible
know they be
feat.
like, I
Yeah.
just came down last week.
Like, what are you talking about right now? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, but do you feel like, for as far as reaching the very, very, very summit, is that as important as is that the goal necessarily here? What is really the goal for someone that went on this particular mission?
Everybody's goal was different.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I was okay with how far I did get. The goal
Okay.
was just, like I said, with my cancer journey,
Mm.
when I was on the mountain was 3 years exactly when I finished chemo. So I was
Mm-hmm.
so excited just still be here and just enjoy.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying life.
Sure.
So, but some were really disappointed with how far
Mm-hmm.
because they didn't make because it's three summits,
Right.
that they didn't make it. But I was really happy with just being there and just seeing how far my body can go and that I can do hard things.
Mm.
15,000 feet. That's nothing to.
And
you know.
do you feel the air pressure change?
I took Diamox
Okay.
and I didn't feel it so much there. Some people really did feel it and had to be taken down because they,
You get just
the elevation. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, I I may have had like other things like the appetite type of things, but I didn't feel real bad as some. Like I went to Peru a couple of weeks ago. I didn't take the Diamox like I was supposed
Did
to,
you go
and
to
I
Machu
felt
Picchu?
it. I did.
You did. Now, I've been to Peru, but I was in Lima acting a fool. I didn't actually go. Like, you go to Peru, you're supposed to go to Machu Picchu. Of course, I didn't, just a mess. But yeah, wow, that's amazing. So you felt good there
Yeah.
too.
No, I felt bad because
Oh,
I didn't take the
oh, you didn't take
Diamox.
the, oh, I'm sorry.
I took it, but I was supposed to start it 2 days before I got there, and I
I see,
didn't
I
do
see.
that
Mm-hmm.
like I did for Kilimanjaro. I was more prepared. But yeah, it hit me hard, and I was, I got sick, and
Mm,
yeah, as soon as I started coming down, because we hiked up to on the South Kintate Trail, but
hmm.
I immediately when we came down, I felt the difference.
Really?
From 15,000 feet, but I didn't feel like that, and I
Hmm.
think
Mm.
Kilimanjaro was more gradual.
Okay, sure.
Being
Hmm.
in Peru, you're already at higher elevation once you
Hmm.
fly in, and yeah, so it was much different. But yeah,
Well, now that you're
definitely.
doing the Machu Picchu, you've done Mount Kilimanjaro. Like, are you going to Christ the Redeemer next? Like, what's happening here? You seem like you're
uh,
you're on this mission to conquer all of the
well, I'm going.
wonders.
I'm going. Well, I'm not gonna do some. I don't have another mountain necessarily, but I'm
Right,
going to
but a place.
Spain
Mm,
to hike the. I mean, not hike the walk um, the Camino de Santiago in Spain.
nice.
It's total like 400 miles. I'm not walking the whole thing, but pretty much a lot of
Y-
it. So that's my next adventure.
So now you know you can do anything that you want to do.
Yeah.
I do
you know,
not know that I will ever have the guts to do what you did as far as Mount Kilimanjaro.
oh, you're from there.
I
And
I
one
know that's a mess. That is
and
just a
did
mess.
you notice one woman, she's from Kenya. They always
I could hear her
bring
accent. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, at least a day trip. You got to at least say you went there.
Well, I've been to the national parks. You know,
Okay.
I stayed in the car though. I was like, do not put me in one of those little jeeps where we hanging out and trying to pet cheetahs and stuff.
You
It's
said
baby
you
steps
hung
with
out in
me.
the car. Yeah.
I don't do
You
that.
know, not everybody has to go, but I think it's something good to experience, even if it's just a day trip,
I think
a
I would
day
right.
hike.
No, it's true. I think I would at least attempt to get to in the initial summit. Like I would do one at least. I would try. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to bring my inhaler with me. Probably,
And we had a couple of women who had asthma, and
yeah.
they had to have oxygen. So that's the thing with the guys; they're prepared for
Oh, for
everything.
anything. Well,
Yeah,
that's true. They're
we
trained. Yeah. Hmm.
and every
Hmm.
night they check our oxygen levels to see if we can go forward.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
literally, your oxygen levels can determine like you're not like you say you're good, but you're not good.
right,
Oh,
exactly. So
wow.
you
Very
can't
interesting.
lie. I mean, they check to
Mm.
make sure you eat because you usually lose your appetite at the
Okay.
yeah. So they really do take care of you and make
Hmm.
sure that you're good to go
So it's
on.
worth it. Hmm.
Yeah.
And so,
It is. It's like you said, it's worth the attempt. You never know
right.
what's going to happen. And I mean, weather, you never
Mm-hmm.
know. But
Mm-hmm.
that's how I went in. I'm going to attempt and do my best and train as much as I can.
Oh, that's so great. And I mean, you've been living your life as a private citizen, and I mean, essentially you're a private citizen now, but this is going to come out, right? This is coming out on the 18th. And you have to think about like people are going to start looking at you and in a more visible way. And your story is a strong story. And it's a story of being a survivor.
Mhm.
And again, like sometimes you're kind of just living your life and you don't necessarily intend for that to be the path. You didn't necessarily ask for this, but this is how
Mhm.
it's happening. So are you prepared for people to kind of look upon you as this sort of a leader or someone that is an inspiration? Like, is that a little scary or daunting?
It's funny. It's already happened a little bit because
Good.
it has been in the
Like
what
the
do you call this
press
circuit?
and mm-hmm.
Right. So a lot of women have seen it. And actually a woman who was on at Peru, she's like, I follow you because I already saw the movie.
Oh,
So
that's wonderful. Yo, that's cool. Yeah.
and women who've seen it have reached out to me on Instagram. So it is kind of funny, like, oh, what? Really? I inspire you?
Bisa from the shot?
But it's so
Okay.
I know, little girl from the south side, but but yeah, I mean I'm inspired. I like it. I like that I'm inspiring people, especially with the cancer journey. And I know,
Yeah.
it's a tough journey, and your mindset, and not everybody's comfortable yet in
Mm-hmm.
living in a plus size body.
Mm.
And I'm honored that I was even a part of it, because there were moments of like, what am I doing?
Why am I doing this?
Right. And you have moments on the mountain like, why am I here? I really had in my mind, I think it was like day 2 or 3, they
Mm.
said the helicopter can't take you off. so
Mm,
so
mm-mm.
so it was like, okay, this is it. If I
Right.
get past this moment, they can't get me off the mountain.
Right, right.
I have to
Wow.
walk.
No, that is intense.
Yeah.
Bisa, I do want to tell you that your story is very inspiring for
Thank
sure. So
you.
I'm glad that even when you were, out in Peru just doing a little, Machu Picchu, that
Yeah.
someone was able to tell you in person that what you mean to them.
Yeah.
And I do believe, especially, Chicago gonna hold it down for Chicago. So everybody going, now you everybody cousin now. And that's my friend, my neighbor, she from the South. So you know what I'm saying? So you know how that goes.
Right.
But I mean, it's amazing to speak to someone like you that has overcome cancer, that has climbed to the highest extent that you wanted to at a particular time for Mount Kilimanjaro. That you were able to continue these missions and journeys. That you off to Spain. I mean, it's just the sky's the limit, and no one can tell you what you can't do. You know
Yes.
exactly what you can do, and you've proven it, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you
It's
so much. Again, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Bysa Miles, a survivor and one of the stars of Kili Big, debuting on Chicken Soup for the Soul on August 18th. I want to thank you so much for joining me, you all. This is a very, very inspirational documentary, and you will really truly love these women. They did the damn thing. Truly. Thank you, Bisa. It was very nice to speak to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.